You sneaky. You're running as an outsider.
I am an outsider.
Is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Come on. Come on. Really?
Do you smoke crack cocaine?
Exactly.
Let's give the people what they came for.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Mr. Prime Minister, will there always be a Canada?
There will always be a Canada.
All right, elbows up.
Elbows up.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
Ready? Are you ready? Get them out of here! Get them out of here! Get the hell out of here!
Enough with the woke shit.
So the answer to that is to stop being stupid.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Get your special sock out, nerds. It's gonna get good.
Is the federal government stealing from us? Are they sabotaging our industry? Are they taking us down the path to communism? Are they censoring us? Are they stealing our guns from us? Come on, let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Fringe. Welcome to Unhinged Fringe Wednesdays here on the channel. I hope you are all having an amazing week. You guys are the greatest. Look at you flooding in already. Can't wait to chat with you guys tonight. Hey, do me a favor. Can we hit the thumbs up button? Can we get those thumbs ups going? Can we get those thumbs up going on around here? Can we get those up? We need more viewers here. And that really grinds my gears when we do these lives and we don't have enough people. You hit those thumbs ups there. Where's Matt? Derek says right off the bat, where's Matt? They don't want to see me. They want to see Matt. Well, Matt, my hetero life mate, welcome, as always, to the show. How are you, sir?
Guys, this has been a great week. We are full of optimism this week.
I've been smelling independence every time I go outside this week. I don't know about Manitoba and the jealousy that seems to be pouring all over the internet from people. All the bots are out in full force. Well, that line's got like 100 people in it. That doesn't matter. Your votes don't matter.
Oh, I've got some things for my premiere today.
Oh, good. CB fixes all. Oh, go put some Cool Whip. Go put some Cool Whip on the thumbnails. Oh, you like Cool Whip? Let's get it going, guys.
Let's call that roll.
Get the called roll. The roll call. The roll of the call. Get the roll call going, and let's see who we got watching it. If it's your first time here, let me know in the chat. Let's hammer it out, guys. Look at Dutchie's already in here. It's good to see you, Dutchie. Welcome back. We got where is it? Some people are talking about the brew house. We're gonna talk about the brew house tonight. Jason says, I love the smell of freedom in the morning. I love the smell of freedom, but independence smells much better. We got Carrie coming in from Nashville, Tennessee. Good to see you. Mystical's joining us from Ohio. We got Carol and Gerald coming in from Calgary. We got Wesley Snipes coming in from Lethbridge. We got Nelson Cade coming in from New Brunswick. Who else do we got? Jinja, or it's Jinja the Epic. I almost said Gina. Coming in from Alderside. Welcome in. Good to have you here. Do you guys know any numbers yet? Says Greg Wilson. No, we're not going. Well, I know numbers. I should say I do know a small preview of the numbers. I'm not to talk about it, guys. They won't be revealing those numbers until a time of their choosing over at Stay Free Alberta. Be patient. If you guys have been on social media, if you've seen the bots this week and all the lefties that are imploding over the lineups, there's a reason they're not putting those numbers out. All I can tell you, folks, right off the bot, I'm so used to saying bots. What I can tell you about that is the numbers are very, very satisfying. Okay. We're kicking ass and taking names. That's all I can tell you about the numbers. But welcome in, Greg. Good to see you here. David Brewer. Oh, he's coming in from Springfield. Oh, it's good to have David joining us once again from Mark Carney's hometown. Excellent. Xander's coming in from Vancouver. Good to have you here. We got Mark coming in from Grand Prairie. Derek's coming in from Sydney, Nova Scotia. Sean's joining us from Spruce Grove. Hopefully you're not at the brew house. Badass Custom Coatings coming in from Cochrane, Alberta. Hey, Badass Custom Coatings, I meant to reach out to you. We're looking for businesses. I don't know if you guys saw my post in the post section. Alberta businesses are being looked towards to allow people to come in, canvassers with their IDs, with their clipboards, to take signatures during working hours so that they're not outside in the cold. People have a location to go to. Badass Custom Coatings, I know you guys just moved into Cochrane. If you guys have a retail space open and you're willing to let canvassers take signatures in the business and you won't be intimidated by the woke lefties, reach out to Stay Free Alberta and let them know you're in Cochrane and willing to take on some canvassers. It'd be good to get some signatures in Cochrane. Kevin Hayes coming in from Vegreville. Welcome in. We got Rex coming in from Arkansas, or Arkansas, as Mrs. Fringe says. Mike Freemoney coming in from Beaver County. I'm only here for Matt. I'm in the doghouse. You are in the doghouse.
What are you in the doghouse
jerk
for?
You jerk. You got us a strike the other day.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Good old Mike. It's okay. He's new. He's figuring it out. I'm not mad at Mike. We're going to get it worked out.
I mean, I got one of your videos taken down when I first started, too.
It's all part of the process, folks. It's all the way she goes. Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. We got Greg Wilson coming in from Provost, Alberta. Provost. People always say you got to learn the town names in Alberta, Fringe. I'm doing the best I can. Okay. Ryan coming in from Lacombe. Welcome in. We got Monica coming in from Nova Scotia. Haley coming in with John from Cochrane, Alberta as well. We got Faith coming in from Fort Saskatchewan. Chris is joining us from Airdrie. We got Butt Fluff coming in from Strathmore. Everybody's got a little butt fluff these days. It's winter. Who else do we got? Lady Wolf's coming in from Vegreville, Alberta as well. Welcome in. We got NHL Crazy joining us once again from Philadelphia, watching instead of hockey. That's good. You've made a good choice. You've chose wisely.
We'll do our best to make sure you don't regret the decision.
You don't regret it. Lynn's coming in from Calgary. He says, hi, Matt. Uh-oh.
Hello.
Somebody's got the thirsts on. Black Pennant's coming in from Red Deer. Gary's watching from Arizona. We got Ryan coming in from Raymond, Alberta. We got Lori joining us from Camrose. Who else we got? Tony Shaw hoodie guy. That's the understatement of the year. Coming in from Calgary. Welcome in. It's good to have you here. We got It's Mike coming in from Calgary, but he's not a troll, ladies and gentlemen. Dutchie's joining us from Jansen, Saskatchewan via Fort Mac. Good to have you in here. Don't work too hard. Mike Vernon coming in. Anthony in Calgary. Welcome in. What else are we? Austin, Southeast Calgary. Rex, Brewskis tonight in Arkansas. Guys, you guys are great. You guys, it's off the chains tonight. Look at this. We got
Let's go.
500 people in here. Let's go.
The smell of freedom and independence is in the air.
It is. Raptor guy with the $5 super chat. Doug wants his baby back ribs. He wants something that's making him dump out all that Crown Royal. He's on something. I think he got his brother's stash. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Raptor guy, $2 super chat. How about them Leafs losing 6-1 last night? Are you shocked? It's the Leafs. If you want to watch a real team, go watch the Jets.
I don't know, man.
Jeez.
They lost 11 in a row.
The Winnipeg Jets. Yeah. I know, but my colors don't run. I'm born and raised Winnipeg. I stick with the Jets no matter what. Dutchie. Oh my God. Look at Dutchie. $279.99 super chat. I'll help chip in if we could rent a space somewhere to get a signing station somewhere. There you go. Dutchie. Wow. Good on you. Wow. Thank you so much. Getting this stream off to a hell of a start. It's always Dutchie. Always coming in like a bouse. I think by the end of this month, I might be working for Dutchie full time. Who knows? At this rate, he's going to own Unacceptable Fringe. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. As always, you guys, you make the weeks worth it.
Love you all.
We love you all. We love you. It's not a lot of people telling me this week, hey, Fringe, you got to stop doing the Trump. It's getting a little silly. You're making yourself look stupid in front of everybody. Don't do it anymore. Throw one in the chat if you want the Trump to stay. I don't mind looking stupid as long as you're having fun. Let's let's get a little update on what's happening in the world before we jump into good old Berta, shall we?
Where should we begin?
Well, I've got an update on Mark Carney. He arrived in Chickadee, China. Mark Carney was dressed to the nines as he arrived in China. He was coming off of his private jet. Here you go, folks, coming down the stairs. Mark Carney, excited to do his deal. His deal with China. Oh, look at that. Oh, took a little spill. That's okay. Elbows up, right, folks?
I can't
elbows up.
This.
We're going to wait for him to... there it is. You love to see it. There he is on the ground where he belongs. Good old Mark Carney. Mark Carney landing in China. Raptor Guy, $5 super chat. Since Mark Carney likes building Lego, my next song parody will be Everything is Awful to that tune from the Lego movie. Unbelievable. Carol Elizabeth, $5 super chat. Watching YouTube channels from the U.S. talk about separation. Oh my God, it's awesome. It's getting attention. I'm glad it's getting attention. Look at all these ones in the chat. You guys like the Trump sticking around, eh? You guys like the Trump sticking around? Well, I think it's official, folks. If you don't like Trump, we got a message for you. We got a message for you.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Let's get back to some updates here.
How many times would you say we've played that clip on the channel? 100?
I don't know, just a couple.
It never fails to get a laugh out of me. It's never not funny. Never not funny
at all, indeed. Let's take a look. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Hang on a second here. Hang on. I got to get this queued up. Gary. Big Gary's back this week. I don't know if you guys noticed. They have... So, guys, they've hit a record with the seizures. The gun seizures. Make sure that everybody's protected in Canada. The millions of dollars spent. 15, 25 guns, somewhere
22.
Around there? 22, just like the gun itself.
Like $4 million per gun that they...
There you go. Totally worth it. Well, Big Gary's back to talk about what's going on. Let's see what Gary had to say this week.
The police will say that most of the gun crimes that have happened throughout the country are weapons that were smuggled into the country. So what is the buyback program going to do to solve those problems?
What the hell, man? Why the hell you ask me this question? I already tell you many moon ago that I will give you $50 gift card for Tim Horton if you give me a gun. What the hell? This is not, it is very simple math. Why the hell you ask me this question? What we are going to do is take gun away from Canadian. There is nothing we can do with the illegal gun. It crossed the border and I have no idea where it go. What the hell? You think I got tracking device on every gun went from America that came into here? No. I do not know where those guns go. Why the hell you ask me this question? I don't know. If you have gun, we take the gun. You have 24 hours to give me your gun in $50 gift card to Tim Hortons so you can get E. coli, hepatitis A, hepatitis B, maybe hepatitis C. I don't know. Maybe even a gut flu. Maybe you get a little diarrhea. So what? At least you know you will not have a bullet in your stomach, just a virus. You have a little... There is nothing wrong with having a little bit of a runny shit. So give me your gun. What the hell? Why you want to make this a big deal? You come here, you tell me that illegal gun do all crime. That is okay. Crime illegal, gun illegal. Makes sense. Why the hell you want legal gun? This is not up for debate. I am going to get your gun, Tim Horton gift card or not. So I tell you today that you give me gun now.
You give it to me. Give me gun now. Somebody was asking, are we doing AI tonight? That isn't AI. Let's give credit where credit's due, actually. That's comedian Uncle Hack. If you've ever seen it, Uncle Hack did the last one. He did this one as well. Kind of like how Ben Bankus is always doing Olivia Chow. Yeah, we know how to play by the rules, Mike. This is why we got to go over training with you. We're gonna look. We only got one word for Big Gary.
Do not redeem it. Do not redeem it. Do not redeem it. Why you redeem it?
Why do you redeem? We're not going to redeem.
We will not redeem.
We will not redeem. Badass Custom Coatings, $10 super chat. I contacted Stay Free Alberta and heard nothing back yet. I'll be more than happy to be a location for people, and lefties don't bother me. I'm too badass. There you go. Badass Custom Coatings. Send me an email over at unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com. I will get it on to those people. I'll get it passed on directly and ensure that we get this set up. We got to get these signatures moving along. Thank you so much for offering your business. Totally badass. Completely badass. Fight to the end, $14 super chat. How much more will Canadians tolerate? Carney is stealing our money and giving it to Ukraine. Unbelievable and disgusting. Well, again, if you watched my video the other day as well as today, we talked about that. It's they're going to tolerate over in the East, I guess, as much as they want, as long as Donald Trump's in office, I guess.
Yep, it's pretty brutal.
Yep, it's nasty. It's nasty. Somebody had said that there was a little bit of controversy going on between Jeff Rath and Jason Levine in regards to our signatures, and they hope they counted. Yes, everybody, what Jason Levine is doing, all signatures are counting. These are registered canvassers. Jeff has issues with legal things that are happening in the background. Again, I've often said these things need to be handled in the background, handled in DMs. Don't put your dirty laundry out on X. Please, guys, we're all in this together. I've been told as of today, Jeff has apologized to Jason. Yes, your signatures count. This is why they can't have the fighting. Look at all the confusion it's causing. Can't have the confusion. Badass Custom Coatings. We will make sure to get you those canvassers as soon as we can.
They're constantly training more and getting more certified so that more locations can open up and it can happen more often. But it's rolling, man. I don't know if you guys have been watching the videos, those lines everywhere. Like there was one town, the town had a population of like 400 people and 300 people signed. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, somebody's asking if the stream's skipping. I'm not getting anything on my end, so maybe refresh. I don't know. Sometimes we get a little bit in from the internet interference in the area. It's a brand new neighborhood, so sometimes, guys, that happens. I do have the internet crews coming out to take a look at things. Bear with us.
Is there an
people said the stream's fine
in front of your house? Maybe they're jamming.
There is, and it says not a CSIS van on the side. So,
totally not a CSIS van.
Totally not a CSIS van. Good. Everybody says they're fine. That's good. I'm glad you guys are fine. Look, everybody's fine, right? That's God. I love Wednesday nights. Always fun to sit here and chat Wednesday nights. Let's talk about those signatures, shall we? And then we're going to get a little bit more into what's happening in the world. If you guys missed it, I know certain YouTube channels that covered this video failed to say that this came from Unacceptable Fringe. But here is the clip that I took outside of the signature holding. Now, Monday night out in Spruce Grove, this was 5 minutes after signatures opened at Swamp Donkey. Yes, you heard that right. It's a gun shop called the Swamp Donkey in Spruce Grove. Awesome people inside. Give them some love if you're in the area. We need to find more.
Awesome name for a gun shop. Like, come on.
It's a great name for a gun shop. We need to get more Alberta businesses involved. Again, folks, either reach out to me, unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com. If you have a business in any major city or town in Alberta and are willing to take in canvassers round the clock to gather signatures, and then I can give those to Stay Free Alberta. But this was organized at the last minute. So if you guys watched the video from the brew house, and boy, are we going to get to the brew house, canceled the event at the last minute. Now, we had the paperwork and the receipts to show that they doubled down over their stupidity by saying, oh, we had no idea. They used our name without our knowledge, everything else. People were saying, well, hey, Fringe, this line isn't very long. It's not a very long lineup. This was 5 minutes after they started taking signatures with zero notice, folks. Zero notice on a Monday night in Spruce Grove. Take a look at the line if you missed the video. Take a look at the line. Oh my God. It was so glorious to see. Everybody was in a good mood. Everybody was happy. I ran into some viewers there, actually quite a few viewers there. My anonymity is decreasing ever so greatly in Spruce Grove. But here's the crowds going in into the Swamp Donkey. Again, they had the table outside here but they also had canvassers inside taking signatures. In fact, the canvasser that took my signature was one of our viewers. I'm very grateful to them. Now, of course, right here. Hang on. The audio came in there. Let's get back to the back. So this building over here that you can see, this shed where the tower is. So there's 3 parking lots behind here. They were all full of cars trying to figure out where to park. They had people directing traffic. The line, again, 5 minutes after this opened, we were at the back of the line, which was right around where this building was. By the time I came out 20 to 25 minutes later, this line was around this shed and down the street. So when the naysayers are online going, oh my God, there's not a lot of people. Hey, Grok, how many people are standing in that lineup? These are steady lines that continue on for hours. Like the line doesn't look big, but it stays that way for multiple hours. In fact, Swamp Donkey was taking phone calls while I was in there with people saying, what time are you open till? And he said, well, we're supposed to do this till 9. I have a feeling we're going to be here a lot later than that. So come on down. They were willing to stay open as late as it took to get signatures. So congratulations.
Speaking of running into viewers, just a quick hit for all of you guys who don't know, January 26th, the big town hall in Calgary, the Fringe will be there in full force.
The Fringe will be there in full force. Matt's going to be there with us. Mike Freedom Honey's going to be there as well, alongside his wife, Sherry. There's going to be a lot of, I just spoke to Theo Fleury. He's going to be there. A lot of people are going to be there, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be wonderful. I'll be live streaming. I'll be meeting with viewers after the show briefly. Keep in mind, I do have to drive back to Spruce Grove that night. So bear with me if it's a very short visit. Let's get to a few super chats here. Alberta has what, 3 million people? That's awesome. 1 million already. I don't think we have 1 million yet. However, I've done the math. And if you guys watched the Fringe math video where we talked about statistics on what is possible here, when you see these lineups, now over the weekend, they guesstimated on Saturday that we saw roughly 5,000 signatures in Queensland and Calgary Southeast, another 5,000 from Red Deer. Keep in mind, both locations had to close the doors and tell people to come back the next day because they couldn't get everybody in. We have other numbers to show here. And I'll show those while we're talking about this. This was in, that was my video from Spruce Grove. Shame on me for opening that twice. Here's Millet, Alberta. The other night, January 12th, so 2 days ago, the town of Millet. Keep in mind, this town's like 1,100 people. They had 1,000 in there. So there were people coming from neighboring towns as well, but 1,000 people out the door, down the street, and this line continued. Here's inside Bentley on the 12th as well. Now, people saying, well, again, this doesn't look like a lot of people. It's a town of 800 people. 800 people. Oh, sorry, a population of 1,100. There was 900 there. I should probably read while I'm talking, so I'm not swallowing my words. 1,100 people, 900 were there, and they collected more signatures again from neighboring towns. The math that I've done, folks, I mean, here's another shot of Bentley, Alberta. Here's the line going out the door and down the street, and over here you can see people trying to park in the back. And the line is going across and around. If they keep seeing these kind of numbers, if we keep seeing those kind of numbers, if they don't drop down,
we're going to pass Tommy the Commie in a month.
Oh, not even. They're saying by the end of January, we're easily going to have the signatures. And I think that's an understatement. If those numbers persisted, and we'll say 10,000 signatures a day over 120 days, folks, that's 1.2 million signatures. If APP/Stay Free Alberta, and I only say APP so people don't get confused, but if Stay Free Alberta can garner 1.2 million signatures in 120 days, that is astronomical. There's 2.9 million registered voters in Alberta, and we've done the statistics on elections. Typically, on provincial elections, you have a turnout of about 1.7 million out of the 2.9. Referendum votes is roughly 100,000 people when we take in the referendum vote on equalization payments, which, by the way, 600 and some odd thousand voted to end equalization. How do you think they're going to vote in the referendum? If you put out averages, as well as the fact that we're asking a question, should we leave? Based on Quebec referendums and voter turnouts, I think it's safe to say we'll get somewhere between 70 to 80% voter turnout in said referendum. If that is the case, ladies and gentlemen, if Stay Free Alberta can garner 1.2 million signatures and still have 6 months before the referendum vote to campaign, for Canada to get worse, for Carney to screw the pooch even more, we already saw today the veto for First Nations in BC, so no pipelines are coming. MOU is off the charts. It's dead in the water, folks.
But that also means that she doesn't have to even try to meet whatever climate crap he attached to that MOU either, right? Good.
No, she doesn't. No, it's not written in this. An MOU is not a binding contract, so we don't have to make any kind of advances on what Mark Carney wanted. However, people have said the opposite, that when he goes to China now and comes back, that he's just going to steamroll First Nations and say, let's put the pipeline through because he wants those green slush fund money. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Mark Carney is going to slough it off and continue to negotiate the pipeline amongst those bands. But nonetheless, folks, 800,000 to 1.2 million signatures. I think you present a very strong case that separation is on the table. And keep in mind, we don't need 100% of the votes. We only need about 60%. I'd say 55 to 60% in order to say it's a definitive yes on referendum separation. Those numbers are very possible.
And then the other 30% who are the NDP voters can move. Get out of here.
Get the hell out of here. Mike gifting 5 unacceptable Fringe memberships to the Patriots Club. Mike, thank you so much. Greg with the $7 super chat. Did you guys see that Tamara Leach has been hired by Rebel? Yes, we talked about that like the day it happened. Thank you for the $7 super chat. Maple Kitty, $7 super chat. Is there any estimate on signatures collected so far? So we talked about that again. I spoke with Stay Free Alberta. I knew what the weekend numbers were, or at least the rough estimate of weekend numbers. Whatever, certain, like, let's say for the Queensland event, if they say, hey, we think we had roughly 5,000 people, they're allowed to say that. But the actual numbers, the full tally of numbers, is only being known by a select few people, meaning those at the top. They don't want those numbers going out. And again, if you've been on social media, folks, you understand why they don't want those numbers out. When you see what the left's been concocting, all the shenanigans they've been trying to do by canceling these events, making sure canvassers can't go to public places to collect signatures, talking about sabotaging, there's a reason they don't want to make those signatures known. So Stay Free Alberta will present those numbers when they feel it is appropriate. So bear with them. Show a little compassion because, again, it makes sense. But again, I will say it again. And anybody can repeat this in the chat if anybody else is asking throughout the stream. What I was told and what I take from what I was given of numbers is it is very, very satisfying. It is very satisfactory. I'm happy.
I mean, just looking at all the different videos of all the different lines, I mean, you can't help but
it should tell you enough.
Feel like we're going the right way here.
Victory's at hand, folks. White LTR, $20 super chat. Myself and others are finding it impossible to vote if you live in a country grid location and don't get a utility bill for that location. Same rules for election. So just what to do is you'll have to find some way of getting something that either shows your property tax statement, something with an address where you live. They have to be able to verify it. Maybe contact Elections Alberta. Ask them what you can take in order to have it verified, or what will substantiate their needs to be verified, I guess. Elections Alberta will give you a perfect one-to-one as to what you need and what would be valid. So don't listen to Stay Free Alberta or myself on that one, because we've only got the information we've been given by Elections Alberta. Go to Elections Alberta. Ask them, send them an email, call them, whatever you have to do. They'll tell you straight down to the wire what you need. Barbie Hill, Alberta, with a $139.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Thanks for all you guys do. Listen, thank you. Wow, that is so generous. Thank you so much. My name is Daticus Prime. $14 super chat. Albertans assemble. Couldn't agree more. Thank you for that super chat. Paniner gifting 5 memberships to the Unacceptable Fringe Patriots Club. Woo. Thank you so much. We got Luca coming in with a $10 super chat. Did you hear about the incident involving diner in Maple Ridge, BC, involving a Conservative MP in that area and Pierre having to get a meal? The diner got doxxed big time. Google reviews are being removed. it's funny you bring that up because when we talk about the brew house and we talk about everything that's happening there, which we're going to get to, it's funny how this is okay for the left to do it. But the hypocrisy of it all is that as soon as we say, all right, let's fight fire with fire, we can play your game, we're told we're like Antifa, we're terrible people. I don't know if you guys know, what is it, Wiretap Media on YouTube, attacked me today and said that I'm like Antifa having an estrogen fit because some guy on Twitter from Alberta posts pictures of nooses saying we can't wait to hang Albertans.
Have you scrolled that guy's account, that Gus guy? Like, it's bad.
It is toxic. Absolutely toxic. And X banned the guy by the looks of it. You know, and people say, and Wiretap's sitting there getting mad and saying, oh, you're having an estrogen fit over this. You're like a Karen. Why is it that when they do this, you know, they get Trump banned from social media platforms. They cheer when Charlie Kirk gets offed. And we say, hey, Elon, is this what you want on your platform? And all of a sudden you're told you're the bad guy. Why is that? Why is that? Witzius, 5 unacceptable Fringe memberships of the Patriots Club. Thank you so much. Raptor Guy, $5 super chat. The video of Carney falling off the stair reminds me of Sleepy Joe. Thank you so much. Nicole, did they keep track of how many people pre-registered to commit their signatures cheering Alberta on from London, Ontario? So again, I only catch up from time to time with Stay Free Alberta. They're very busy right now, keep in mind, with these 120 days. So I don't have time to really ask all the questions. I'm assuming they have. If I can remember to ask the next time I'm talking with them, I'll make sure to bring it up.
I've got something about the Twitter thing while we're on that subject. If you want to pop that screen up as soon as you're done with this.
Give me 1 second here. Michael Drader becoming a member for 2 months. Bank statement, utility bill, pay stubs, void check. There you go. Thank you so much. Let's take a look. What do you got, Matt?
Do you remember how bad it was when the left was in control of Twitter during the vid? This is what it looked like, okay? Watch the names of all these projects, all these accounts that were suspended. Bunch of them, all banned.
Unbelievable.
They're all right influence accounts. That's what Twitter looked like during when Jack Dorsey is his name, when the leftist communists controlled Twitter. That's what Twitter looked like. Yeah. So you guys got to be thanking High Lord Elon, because holy, without X as it is right now, what would we be even doing? Because there's so much news and so many videos. Like, I talked to people about the incident in Minnesota the other week, and like none of them had seen the other angles of the vehicle where it actually shows her hitting the cop. None of them had seen it anywhere. Not on Facebook, not on YouTube, not on Instagram or TikTok or wherever the hell else they're scrolling.
Well, and it's funny when we talk about that cop in Minneapolis that got hit by the ICE officer. Yeah. A report came out today saying he suffered internal bleeding as a result of what happened. And people say, oh, it wasn't justified.
If you watch the first person video from his cell phone, like, you can hear how hard she hits him.
Yeah. Unreal. Somebody just said, if we RSVP to the 26th, do we still have to stand in line? Yes. The RSVP is just to give them information that how many people are coming, because there was roughly room for 6,000 people. If they had to make it a bigger space, they needed time to let the BMO know. They're estimating it's going to be about 10,000 people. They are there for the day, I believe, starting at 9 o'clock. I'll double check that for Friday, folks. But I believe you can go there all day long to sign and then come back for the town hall if you want to. If you don't want to stand in line at the BMO, there are going to be signing locations in Calgary. There's going to be smaller events around Calgary. We have until May, folks. I understand everybody's excited, but don't feel like you have to stand in lineups for hours in order to get your signature in. Angel coming in, or Angela. That's Angela. It looked like Angel O. $5 super chat. Dr. Steve Turley on YouTube had suggested that this referendum vote could be the largest election in the history of Alberta. I think he's right. I think so too. I concur. So let's talk about this post, because as we're talking about those banned accounts, I want to go over this because I'm curious for the Court of Public Appeal to take a look at this and tell me if this was an estrogen-filled rant. So I pulled out this Just Gus guy because he's been going around Twitter talking about harm should come to those who are voting for independence. He criticized an old man, a senior citizen with Parkinson's the other day, saying he's a piece of S, that he should be expelled from the universe. I'm not going to quote him exactly, but I posted this because it was really, really disturbing. I said, hey, Elon, this user, Gus in Alberta, is posting straight up threats of violence, like images of nooses aimed at Alberta traders. It's not just edgy, it's dangerous and breaks X's rules of inciting harm. Platforms like this shouldn't let hate like that slide. Time to boot him before it escalates. What do you say? Now, the reason I posted it like this is because the left always use these terms. They always use these ways of spelling it out. So fight fire with fire, right? Let's use their words against them in their stance. Here's his post. I'm just sitting here thinking about all these Alberta traders and treasonous scum. Have the day you deserve. Thanks for the great memes, Elon. And then a picture of this.
And I don't know how that guy has ended up all over my X feed, but I've been seeing his stuff pop up for the last couple of weeks, and it's all like that, and it's all as bad or worse.
Well, it looks like the account's been nuked, so that's a plus. You can see it here. Looks like he deleted his account. I said, according to Grok, it could be a ban. Somebody says, I was banned for 2 weeks for saying in real war, politicians who committed acts of treason against this country would be giving military tribunals and the gallows. So that's, again, my point, is that this guy got banned for saying that. This guy had been posting stuff like this for days with nothing happening. And it was just a matter of, why is there a double standard? So here's where it got started with wiretap media. Grow up, you sound like Antifa. And I don't like airing dirty laundry on stream, but it shows the hypocrisy of the geniuses you're dealing with. I said, funny how calling out literal death threats and images of nooses targeting Alberta traders suddenly makes me sound like Antifa. Let's flip the script. Antifa and the broader left have spent years as undisputed champions of censorship and street violence, demanding deplatforming and bans for conservative voice misinformation, cheering when Trump was banned after January 6th, while trying to silence anybody right for center for years. Now a leftist posts actual violent threats against conservatives, and suddenly it's a free speech absolutism time. The shoe is firmly on the other foot. The hypocrisy is glaring when your own tactics come back around. Grow up? No. Wake up. He goes on to say there's no direct threat in that post. It's implied. There were similar implied threats on posters at the Freedom Convoy, and National Security Advisor used that to support the justification of the Emergencies Act at the POEC. So are you going to tell me the EA was justified now? He says the plan is to get us to cancel ourselves through the legislation, and you're playing right into it. Nice try twisting history, but let's clarify. The implied threats in Freedom Convoy protesters were mostly peaceful calls for mandating of freedom, hyped by Trudeau's team to rationalize the Emergencies Act overreach on blockades and economic sabotage, not hanging imagery targeting fellow Canadians as traitors. That's not implication, that's incitement. Defending it now while crying censorship then. Pure hypocrisy. Enforcing basic rules against violence isn't self-cancellation, it's sanity. Your narrative just imploded. The guy went on and on. He ended it by saying, hey, Fringe, get lost, get off the carbs, you fatty. You're a fatty. Because he didn't like that he had no argument.
That's always the end game.
He didn't like that he had another argument. And really, when you look at it, what we're calling out is, why is it always okay for the left? Why is it okay for them to do things like this, get away with it? When you look at what happened to Charlie Kirk, the guy involved was sick in the head, part of that community. And if we don't say something about it, what are we supposed to do here? What are we doing? I'm all for free speech.
Would we like to see a video of Antifa?
Oh, let's take a look, please.
So last week they had a Canada First rally in Toronto, and you'll see the black-clad, mask-wearing communists on the right there, and you'll see the Canadian flag-wearing peaceful people on the left, and look who's being violent. Oh, hang on, where's the noise?
It's crazy. Yep. Didn't expect this. I didn't expect this. Holy shit.
Watch at the end, the guy cold blocks a cop.
Yeah. Holy shit, he hit the cop. Oh my God, he hit the cop. He hit the cop.
So that
Punch
was
the cop.
Toronto. Yeah,
Right
punch
in
the
the
cop right in the face. So that was Toronto on the weekend there. And, you know, I always find it funny. And I say this all the time for all these different things. Like, I don't know if you guys or you have seen the video of the guy and had the commie guy with the air horn right in his ear.
Yeah.
And then they chased him around and he knocked all three of them out. Like, as a person who has spent a lot of time in his life training in physical violence, it never ceases to amaze me how so many people are so willing to engage in physical violence and they have no idea how. Like you don't know what you're doing. You could run into somebody who is very well trained and he could nuke you and your three friends, like handling a child's temper tantrum. But people are just like, yeah, I'm going to fight them because they're so hyped up by the Bolskevich.
Well, and it's funny, like you remember Dina Sharif when she blew that air horn in the plebs ear on Parliament Hill. And she's wacko. Like that girl is wacko. And again, this is where I keep saying, like, this is why the laws, and thank God she was jailed for this. Like, it's, you can't just go around doing whatever you like. And you can't be called,
someone's hearing with that.
You can't be told you're Antifa when you call this out saying, I just don't want rules for thee, but not for me. If you're going to ban accounts for saying basic things, but guys can go online and say guys with Alzheimer's are traitorous pieces of S and they should be unalived. And then you show pictures of nooses hanging saying, hey, Albertans. And that wasn't the first one, by the way. There was another one showing guys in the gallows saying this should happen to every Albertan who signs that paper. That's pulling a Karen. There were other posts from Wiretap that said that this was an estrogen-fueled Karen rant and everything else. The guy went on to say, I'm full of shit about my books because according to his statures, I'm not a best-selling author. A whole bunch of really childish little slap fighting on the internet. You know, the guy obviously has, and it sucks because he actually puts out pretty good content. I've never had a problem with Wiretap Media before. Dude lost the plot. He's defending a guy posting a picture of a noose on Twitter saying, yeah, it's fine. You're being a Karen if you call him out. Let him go on and say whatever he likes. Now, I will grant one thing. If you let them talk like this, it only pushes independence forward. It only shows, hey, guys, this is why we need to get the hell out of here. Enough of this nonsense. We went away from Mega City 1, from all the lefties, from the weird, questionable behavior. I'm all for that end of it. I agree with that. But I'm just not going to, you know what part of it was, is it really disgusted me that he spoke this way about an old man with Parkinson's. I'm sorry. I've defended our vets on this channel. I will defend our seniors. Elderly abuse, to me, just, it ain't cool. And it just doesn't fly with me. It really grinds my gears. Carson, El Gringo Grande, free memberships at 500 thumbs up tonight. Guys, can we get the likes in there for some free memberships? Carson, thank you for that. There's one. White LTR, $10 super chat. Isn't the 26th the same day as Pierre has the leadership review? No, his is like the 28th or something like that, I believe. It's not the 26th. It's a couple days later. Might even be over the weekend that week. This is on a Monday. That this is happening. Some people were saying, how do you become a canvasser? Stay Free Alberta is looking for more canvassers, folks, as many as they can get. So if you're watching this, if you're in Alberta, if you want to become a canvasser and join the cause, get trained, join the cause, gather signatures, you can head over to stayfreealberta.com and sign up. There's a tab there that says become a canvasser. Get signed up, become a canvasser today. Pitch in, will you? We need as many as we can get. Panina with a $5 super chat. Mike and Matt, you guys should team up for next Monday's stream. Would love to see it. We're going to figure it out somewhere. You don't want me on the stream? Oh, next Monday's stream. Next Monday's stream. We'll figure it out. We'll get something figured out. Yeah, maybe Mike we'll sit in with Mike on a few shows, and because I feel bad for Mike. He's just not used to. He does a great show, but he's not used to YouTube versus other platforms yet. So maybe we'll give him a break. We'll give him a little break.
He's not
help
used
him
to
out.
guys all yelling at him live in the chat.
Yeah, I feel bad because I kind of gave him a crash course and said, "You got this, Mike," and then kind of took off. So we'll get it amended. Maple Kitty with a $7 super chat, because when the left can't beat us, they want to unalive us. Well, yeah, and it's silly. Either. It's ridiculous. Mike with the $2 super chat. Libs are hard as a wet duck shed. Oh, I love that. Thank you for the $2 super chat. JP Alberta first. $20 super chat. I know a canvasser in Spruce Grove who received their badge from Elections Alberta. They have not been contacted by Stay Free Alberta. Several attempts to contact them have gone unanswered. I'm going to, you know what? I'll bring this up to Stay Free Alberta. Keep in mind, they are overwhelmed right now. I understand they got to get more organized. I understand that, there's a lot of, we'll just say confusion and chaos going on right now. Tell them to stay vigilant. Keep contacting them. The best thing to do is at them on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, if not, get an account at them at Stay Free Alberta. I'm a canvasser. I'm trying to get a hold of you. Keep sending those emails. I'll let them know to check out this stream because this is no good. We got to make sure canvassers are out getting signatures. Saved by Grace being a member for 13 months. Calgary APP event is the same day as Restore the North event, also in Calgary. There you go. Not Pierre's leadership review. David becoming a member for 10 months. Mike Freedom Honey is doing a great job. I agree. He's doing a fantastic job, even if he got us a strike. That's I'm only giving him a hard time.
I gave you one too. So, or maybe I did.
That, it's all good. No, you only get 3 on a channel, but it's all good. Raptor Guy, $5 super chat. Only the left would hate Donald Trump more than Paul Bernardo. It never ceases to amaze me just how wrapped up in TDS people get, that it doesn't matter how bad things get for them as long as they don't have to acknowledge Donald Trump. What do we got here? Derek, the Blood Tribe tried to veto Alberta independence by vowing to take legal actions. Of course, it'll never happen because there's no veto. No, there's no veto. It's everybody gets one vote. One vote. That's it. You get one vote.
They're just shrieking into the wind, and the mainstream media is giving them airtime because it suits their purposes. That's all it is.
Yeah, tell Spruce Grove, it says, to contact their admin. They will have the petition sheets. There's a good point. Again, I've had people emailing me all week long. Hey, Derek, where's the signing locations here? Hey, Derek, what dates are they going to be in this city? Hey, Derek, where do I go to check again? Let's make it very, very clear on the stream once and for all. If you're watching the stream...
You go to Derek's house and park in his driveway.
Go to my house, park in the driveway, and just stay out there till I give you an answer. I am not affiliated with Stay Free Alberta. I'm just a YouTube guy. I'm just here to give you guys your news and hopefully string this along as best as we can. If you have any questions on information, stayfreealberta.com is where you want to go to find out everything you need to know about signing locations, about how to become a canvasser, about new town halls, any of that stuff. Any of that. They do update it regularly. So if you don't see your city or town on there yet, don't freak out and say, oh, but I don't see my town on here. I don't see a date on here that works, or it's already passed in my town. What do I do now? I saw a lot of people freaking out about the last minute in Spruce Grove. You didn't miss the signatures. StayFreeAlberta.com updates regularly. As soon as canvassers are available, they will update the page. So please go to StayFreeAlberta.com. I get flooded with these emails, and I can't copy and paste the same emails all day long, folks. Head over to StayFreeAlberta.com. I hope that answers your questions. If you're looking for where to find the information on the signing locations, click on the How Do I Sign tab again. It'll tell you exactly.
Stay Free Alberta has a staff dedicated to getting you information. Derek is by himself in his basement, sad and lonely.
Yes. I'm getting beaten by Mrs. Fringe. It's not good. JP Alberta first, $10 super chat. They do not want to use social media, so they keep the shit out of social media. Absolutely. And that's another thing. So they may contact you if you at them just privately, but they're not going to post in and around, out and about. And I'm going to show you why a little later in the stream. Carson gifting 20 unacceptable Fringe memberships to the Patriots Club. Carson, El Gringo Grande, very generous. Thank you so much. Wow. Welcome to all of our new members. CC Heg reminding you, or C-Cheg You cannot sign online. It needs to be done in person. You must bring a picture ID or 2 pieces of ID. Yes. Do not sign online. If anybody tells you, don't believe them. The Lone Wolf, $5 super chat from Quebec with all my hope for you guys. Hey, here, you guys might be going too. So good luck on that one as well. Thank you.
Let's have a race.
Super chat. Let's have a race. Let's see who gets there first. Speaking of the signatures, let's get over to the brew house, shall we? Let's talk about the brew house. So the brew house.
Before you start this, we have one in Winnipeg, and I've never gone there. And I went there when I was visiting you a couple months ago. And honestly, their food is just mid, anyways. I don't get it.
Well, I don't want to say anything defamatory about them, other than it really shocked me when I was out with my family right after my kids had they had swim lessons. We decided we'd go out for dinner on a Monday before I got home to watch Mike's stream. And all of a sudden I get a notification, hey, we're taking signatures in Spruce Grove. So I flew over to Swamp Donkey with the missus. I had full intentions of signing the petition when we were in Calgary on the 26th, but the wife said, I hope something comes to town so I can sign. So we decided, let's get it out of the way. We'll go over there. And I got there just as things were opening up again. Jason Levine was outside, and he was shocked to see me there because he was doing the event in Edmonton. And the kids had sports stuff going on. I said I couldn't make it. And we were chatting outside, and he says, a bunch of lefties contacted the brew house and said, I can't believe you're hosting this. Why are you supporting Alberta independence? And the restaurant claimed, oh, we had no idea that was going on here. We have no idea they were doing this. They used our name without permission. They sent people to our location without our knowledge. They even went as far as to put a sign on the door saying that if you're with this group and you come into the brew house, you will not be served and will be asked to leave. You cannot stay. This was hilarious because I contacted, when I left, the restaurant in Edmonton. Originally, what was supposed to happen, and I did get all the receipts. You can go watch the video. It was originally an open table booking that was done for 12 people with a space for 50 coming up later. Now, we also had text messages confirming that management had reached out. Again, I'm not going to give names or dox people because that would be wrong. But when I called the restaurant, they said the same thing. No, we didn't talk to anybody. They used our name without our consent. And I said, well, I happen to have screenshots and grabs from employees saying that they could bring a sound system, that they were allowed to do speeches, that the area was big enough for 50 people. And he says, yeah, well, we don't want those people here. They're just dirty, he said. And you know, they're I forget the word he used, but it was along the same line as ists and isms. Now, his smug attitude, I just said, well, I'll be contacting your head office in the morning. I'll be chatting with them. And when I called the head office, the first thing their media person told me was, oh, yeah, no, same thing, same story. They used our name without our knowledge. And as soon as I said, oh, well, I have screenshots here from an employee confirming their reservation, confirming their sound equipment, confirming everything, and I dropped the employee's name, all of a sudden she goes, oh, well, I need to talk to the CEO before I can get back to you. I need to run things. It's full damage control. Full damage control. Because now they're caught in their lie. They put out a statement online saying, oh, yeah, they used our name. They did this. They did that. Then they issued a second statement later saying, okay, look, the event was canceled. We're not political. We don't like being political. And it was funny because everybody called out the other event they had going on in Spruce Grove this Friday. Recall Cyril Tutton was going on. One of the MLAs being recalled in Alberta. They were having a recall party at the brew house. And I asked their head office about that. Yeah. And I asked the brew house about that and said, so it says here that the tickets are $10. Brew house will give them an $8 credit when they show up. And 100% of the ticket sales are going towards this fundraiser for money to essentially run the UCP out of office. So I said, you've issued this statement saying that you're not political, yet you're political. And they came back saying, oh, no, we're going to cancel that as well. So that was done just to save face. It was done just to save face. So here's the funny part, folks. The Western Standard puts out this article about how they took heat for everything that happened. In fact, from what I understand, I was told that all locations shut down temporarily to try and figure out what was going on because of the phone calls they were getting, because of the heat that came off of our video. They then canceled. Here's the Cyril Turton fundraiser that was supposed to happen on Friday that was canceled. So now they pissed off all of us independence folk by saying we couldn't go there. Then they canceled Friday night's fundraiser and pissed off all the lefties that are trying to get Cyril Turton kicked out of office. So now everybody's mad. Everybody's mad at the brew house. So they're going down the toilet in good fashion. And I don't wish for any company to suffer. I don't want to see companies, well, to a certain extent. I don't want to encourage the downfalls of businesses. These are franchisee owners. In fact, a lot of people reached out to me on Twitter saying, "Hey, Fringe, you're making light of this." Well, there's franchisee owners or franchise owners across Canada. You're going to give them all a bad name. And I said, well, then maybe they should be contacting their head office and asking why they lied about what happened and tried to cover their butts instead of just saying, okay, we screwed up.
From a pure numbers standpoint, who do you think goes there more? People who work in the industries that are on our side of the political aisle? Who do you think's coming in there with a 10 tabletop, dropping a big giant tip? It's not Commie Karen.
Nope. It's the same thing that I always try to say when we talk about, even like in movies where they say, oh, there's no woke stuff, there's no representation, where's my trans in my movies and stuff. Those people don't go to fill seats. They don't go to the movies. They just complain about representation for the sake of complaining. I'm pretty sure that any of these folks who went to sign the petition on Monday, had the brew house have been opened, they probably would have sat down, maybe had dinner, got a beer, had some wings, chatted with Bruce Party or Jason Levine or anybody else who was there, hung around like-minded individuals and dropped a couple of bucks. But the outpouring has been absolutely hilarious of the people saying, yeah, I'm not going there anymore. I'm not supporting them anymore. And I'll tell you, as soon as I let them know, hey, I'm 150,000 subscriber YouTube channel, I'm going to be putting out a video about it. Boy, did they come puckering up saying, please, Fringe, please don't screw our business over. Please don't say anything bad about us. Again, if you would have just said, look, we made a mistake. These are franchises. We shouldn't have taken either of the bookings. I probably would have let it go. But it's the fact they doubled down and lied multiple times, and they were smug about it. And as soon as they got caught, FAFO, they're done. They're out.
Get wrecked.
I was actually going to contact a few bars in the Spruce area and ask them if they wanted to take over signings, but I don't really want to push that on any businesses in the area. I don't want anybody else to get harassed. And what's really funny, let me see if I can find it here because I didn't have it queued up.
The issue too is the Canadian Brew House is a chain. I mean, they are franchisees, but it's a national chain. They have a corporate office. They have corporate HR ladies and media teams and all that crap. You just need to find Mike's Scummy Sports Bar, who's run by like some crusty old dude named Mike. And he's like, yeah, let's go have freedom here. You know what I mean? You just find like a local hole in the wall bar. That's what you need.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the Cyril Turton get him out of office campaign, the fundraiser, because somebody hit me up today. I don't think I've got it in my bookmarks. So in Spruce Grove, the Cyril Turton event that was canceled for Friday has been moved to a small local restaurant in Spruce Grove. So if anybody's upset about politics being brought in to local restaurants, when we first moved to Spruce Grove, I thought this place was it had a nifty name. I've never been here. But it's a restaurant called Hash the Browns in Spruce Grove. So they will be hosting Cyril Turton's recall party on Friday because they want to get a bunch of money and give money away to essentially data mine and try to sign our MPs out of office. So if anybody is offended by that, I contacted Hash the Browns today. Just keep in mind, the owners of the place, probably related to Big Gaddy, which says a lot as why they're hosting this. When I asked them, are you making a political stance? Do you want to do this? Again, it might be an estrogen-filled rage here, folks. But again, just playing the same game they've played on our end. Why are you doing this? Why are you allowed to run your events and APP or Stay Free Alberta, as well as other events like Jason Levine's, have to find alternate signing locations? Why can't you just let us do our thing? If you're going to fight against us, we'll fight fire with fire as far as I'm concerned. So this place called, somebody said they have good breakfast. Now I have to find another spot. I say if you don't like it, when I called them and said, are you doing this? They said, call us back tomorrow. We'll let you know if we're going to move forward with it. I would definitely contact them if you're in Spruce Grove and have a concern about it. But of course, I'm not going to sit here and suggest anybody do anything diabolical. But here's where it gets a little silly. Mike Freedom Honey, good old Mike, posting out the anti-independence movement is getting desperate to try and stop the democratic process. So again, people like Wiretap come out and say, well, you're a Karen because you don't want to allow people to just be people online. You're playing their games. Well, this is why. Wendy Pierce, who has cat ears on her head, in a recall group, a Reboot Alberta, just in case anyone wants to question some of these businesses. I want to know why the Kingsway Legion stopped signature taking for Forever Canada, but the Castor Legion is allowing the separatists to spout their lies and gather petition signatures. 4 out of 6 were canceled. Only Didsbury and Buck Creek remain. It's free, everyone is welcome, and it's time. So here you've got Canadian Brewhouse. Then they show Didsbury at the Memorial Complex, January 14th at 7 p.m. January 15th, Castor. Petition signature location and an Alberta Independent Talk event. Rig Hand Distillery near Leduc, January 15th, 6 p.m. So they're trying to get all of these events with Jason Levine canceled. They're going out of their way to make sure that Stay Free Alberta or Jason Levine can't get their signatures. But if they want to go to Hash the Browns and recall a bunch of MLAs because I just don't like who's in office, that's okay, right? That makes it okay.
I don't get the whole cancel thing. If people have a different opinion than you and they're off in their own space talking amongst themselves, like why are they just can't stand it?
Here we go. Rig Hand Distillery has canceled. So this is why I was talking to Badass Custom Coatings at the beginning of the stream. They're all livid because people are actually getting signatures. So this is where it's going to be the uphill battle. So like when these guys turn around, hey, you guys only got this many signatures. Well, if you didn't stand in the way, think of how many we could have got, right? If you weren't detracting, think of how many signatures could have been gathered.
If you think we're a fringe and it's not going to happen and Alberta independence is never going to be, then why don't you just let us cook and see what happens in the end? If you're so confident that we're not going to get it done, why don't you just stop intentionally interfering and throwing mud and slinging ists and isms and calling us traitors and wishing harm on us? Like, just seriously, go take your kids to soccer practice and shut up.
But that's how you know we're winning, folks. That's how we know we're winning. Hash the Browns. I wonder if Cleveland from Family Guy would like it. Oh, that's nasty. I know I do a terrible Cleveland. Why not set up at the legislature grounds? Well, again, there's rules for these things. You can't just Elections Alberta has certain rules, and Stay Free Alberta is trying to run everything by the number. When you see the organization that's going on, the reason I'm showing these things to you folks is so that you understand why Stay Free Alberta doesn't want to put the numbers out, why they don't want everybody knowing where they're going to be weeks in advance. This is why they want permanent signing locations that won't be, intimidated to shut their doors or deny signatures. They're going to make it impossible for us to move ahead, but this is how we know we're winning.
That's why we need people like Badass Custom Coatings who are on our side and not afraid to host signatures, because every time you try to host something at some sort of public place, the Karens are going to all hop in their minivans and circle around and caw and shriek like chickens on The View, and they're going to try and get it canceled every time they can if it's in a public venue.
Every time. Maple Kitty, $14 super chat. Thank you so much. I'll still go to the Ice House after Oilers games because they have an Alberta flag in there, but they don't care about it. I mean, that's your choice. It's a free market, man. You can do whatever you like. I'd rather go to Hudson's. Hudson's, by the way, is an Alberta-based business. And I actually spoke with their manager who told me that they wouldn't have a problem collecting signatures, but the problem's their locations. They know that they'd be overrun with Karens. But they're an Alberta-based business out of Edmonton, just like Brewhouse. They don't have a problem with what anybody's doing. And they said it doesn't even have to be political. It's just people coming in to frequent the establishment. What they're doing is their business, they said. Are we going to wave a flag and say, everybody get independent? They said no, because it's not our place to get involved. But they said we're not going to deny people entry just because they're focused on something or they want something. Give me a break. JP Alberta First, $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Given how the courts are in this fraud of a country, I feel we need 1.7 million yes votes or majority of eligible voters. They will interpret it that way. I agree to a certain extent, but that's where I'm saying, like, if APP could get 1.2 million signatures, that's 6 months to get another 500,000 or that silent majority in order to make it happen. Major Flip, $20 super chat. FAFO, look what we did to Bud Light down here. They lost billions over that Ladyboy crap. And what's funny is that I put out my video and the thumbnail had, Bud Light beer all over the counter at the brew house. And somebody yelled at me and said, take that back. That's bottled in Canada. And I said, well, that's not my problem. It's the meme. It's the joke. Not happening.
Panina, you need a hobby.
Yep. What do we got here? We rise like Iranians. Matt, I'm going to get to what you have, but really quick, I want to play this 30-second clip because I'll probably try to have a video on this tomorrow. Iranian state media just aired a direct assassination threat against Donald Trump, showing past attempt and warning this time it will not miss the target. This is dangerous escalation, says Mark Nixon. Let's play this clip really quick. Take a listen to this, folks.
Saying Iran issues a sickening assassination threat against Trump. Quote, this time it will not miss the target. And they also shared a photo of one of the assassination attempts against President Trump. All of this coming as protests continue to escalate in Iran. These are some file video of some of these protests in which reportedly hundreds, if not thousands of people have been killed, saying Iran.
That's insane.
Last time I checked the death toll, it was up around 3,000, and they were actually scheduled to execute somebody publicly today in Iran.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Like, a lot of people don't know, up until 1979, like it was, which isn't that long ago. That's 46 years ago. Iran was a secular, like, cool, chill place. It wasn't a Muslim, like, crazy place with all the hijabs and all that. Like, it was like living in Detroit.
I just watched the lineup tonight in Red Deer now again in 1 week. The lineup is even bigger. Is that true? Is that happening right now? Let me see if I can find something. I want to bring that up if that's the case. Yeah, 34 minutes ago. Here we go. It's breaking news, folks. Let's take a look at this.
Yep. Cars just keep coming in. There's already thousands of people. Well, maybe 1,000 people in the lineup. It's looking busy. Every single parking lot's completely full.
Completely full. Completely full. I love that. Let's take a look at this.
The lineup goes from that front entrance way over to that far corner, down over there, and then over to that block, and then down.
Holy crap.
The
Holy crap. That's
that's
insane. Look.
That's their second signing in Red Deer already?
Alberta.
Hang on, here's another one. Here's another one.
Thousands of people here all signing up to sign the Alberta referendum. Lineups all the way around the block.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a problem getting those signatures, folks. I don't think we're going to have a problem getting those signatures. Breaking, here it is, 8 minutes, Rise of Alberta. This is a 2.5 minute clip. Matt, I know you have stuff to talk about, and I don't want to detract from what you have to talk about. Red Deer, longest line yet for the Alberta petition. So keep in mind, again, 5,000 signatures on Saturday. The longest line yet for the Alberta independence petition. The lineup keeps growing, and people are still arriving. Let's take a look at this one, folks.
Woo!
Holy crap. Don't you just love seeing this?
Was that a mainstream media camera I just saw on the left?
It might be an independent.
It looked like one of those big CTV cameras. Most independent people are rocking smaller, like cell phone type stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah, throw your W's in the chat for this, folks. Alberta's getting its independence. Look at this.
Look at that. Look how far it goes back by that shed. All the way around.
It's still going.
It's looped. Look on the left.
You're going to have to walk faster.
This is a movement. I'm actually going to have to start scanning the mainstreams a little bit just to see if they're even reporting on any of this.
Oh, slipped on the ice. Careful. You wouldn't want to miss all the freedom. Holy hell.
That's what I'm saying. As more people get involved in this and more locations open up, it's just going to keep getting bigger, I think. That's a lot. I've never seen a line like that for any voting in anything I've ever done.
Oh. Wow.
There's always that one dude in shorts.
Yep.
Derek's like, it's me. I'm the dude in shorts.
It is usually me. Not gonna lie. And that's where they cut it off. And that's not even the end of the line. That's not even the end of the line.
Just ran into the snowbank. Couldn't go anymore.
It goes around even further. Like, what? Look, 43 minutes ago. These are the sign-up location for the referendum on Alberta independence. This is not separatism. We're not leaving Canada. We're seeking independence. Alberta would remain geographically and economically part of Canada while taking control of our own resources and decisions. Alberta is a prosperous province, and it's time we returned to managing that prosperity ourselves. A province cannot simply leave the country. Independence means autonomy from a corrupt and overreaching federal government, not abandonment of Canadians. Yeah, I don't really agree with that 100%. Canada Pension Plan and Old Age Security are transferable. They always have been. No one is losing their pension. Please take the time to learn the facts. This is about the future of the younger generation. Calling it separatism, or stop calling it separatism, it is independence. And once you understand it, you might support it. I mean, look at the lines. And that does look like a mainstream outlet.
Make that bigger and zoom in on it. They usually have the logo on the side of the camera if it is.
No, I can see it on my monitor. There's nothing on the camera there.
Okay.
No, hang on. It looks like global. It looks like a global logo on the side there. So they'll probably spin it in there. Look at all these dirty separatists.
I'll be interested to see. So they were there, and they're actually going to acknowledge it exists. Now, what do they say? That would be interesting to see. I'll have to look that up.
That'll be interesting. I got to get to a few honorable mentions, and then we're going to get to you, Matt, because you've been waiting.
I got a bunch of random little crap that we can talk about.
What do we got here? He might be. I'm not sure. Thank you for the super chat. Dutchy, $70. My God, Dutchy, thank you so much. I have $1,000 each month to help lease a space until May to have a space in the Edmonton surrounding area. I work on a province, so I can't organize it. I'm sure Fringers can step up with a small donations to help. So before you offer that, Dutchy, maybe just send an email to Stay Free Alberta, because again, they're trying to run things by the numbers. They're trying to do this properly. Contact Stay Free Alberta for that. That's not me saying we don't want to do it or we're not interested. I just want to make sure that there was some confusion with what Jason Levine was doing this week. So the last thing I want to do is direct anything towards an outlet where that money would be wasted or might cause a debacle.
We love you all, and we're all in on the cause, but we are not Stay Free Alberta. We can't say yes, we're going to sell the storefront. So you would have to.
They'll be making the calls, but
organize.
that is a very generous offer. I'm sure they would love to entertain it. Reach out to them, see what they can muster. Major Flip, $10 super chat. There have been over 50 attempts on Trump's life. They don't have a chance of taking him out. He is anointed and appointed by God, protected by angels, not the Secret Service. Very wise words. Thank you for that. Thank you for that super chat. Matt, let's get on to what you've got.
Sure. So this is actually on track for why we need to leave, but this is the canceled energy projects or investment 2015 to 2020. Where's that picture? Pull it up so I can read it because I can't see that. Grassy Point Liquid Natural Gas Project, $10 million, canceled in BC. West Coast Canada LNG Project, $25 billion, canceled. Aurora LNG, $28 billion, canceled. Prince Rupert LNG, canceled. Pacific Northwest LNG, canceled. Quisapa LNG, canceled. And then in Alberta, the Frontier Oil Sands Mine Project, worth $20.6 billion, canceled. Aspen Oil Sands Project, $2.6 billion, canceled. Dunkirk Oil Sands, Muskwa Sag Oil Sands, Carmen Creek Oil Sands, and then in New Brunswick, the Shale Project, Quebec, LNG. So, and this is just 2015 to 2020. This isn't including the last 5 years. The Liberals have been strangling the entire country. Sorry, that Liberal cat outside just knocked something over. The Liberals have been strangling this entire country for 15 years. And this is why Alberta needs to go, because you don't want to have to deal with Ottawa's permission to exploit the resources in your own country or your own province, republic.
Yeah,
we'll have to figure out what we're going to call it at the end of the day. But this was one quick hit I had on that, just to show you how the Liberals have been strangling us over the years. And I'm sure there's many more that have been canceled in the years 2020 to 2025. And then people are always asking, what if Pierre gets in and what if he wins a supermajority next election? There is nothing the federal government of Canada can offer an independent Alberta that's better than what they can do for themselves when they get to make their own decisions and control their own destiny.
Wow. I got to bring up what Mike Freedom Honey just sent me.
Oh, what did he send you?
So again, maybe somebody on X reach out to Wiretap Media and tell him how so off base he is on estrogen fueled rants. You got this guy over here, Wendy Piers again, the same person who's telling everybody to cancel the events. Come to Canada looking for a better life, then send a giant FU and participate in destroying it. I sure hope he's a citizen of Canada if he actually did sign. So this guy, and I probably shouldn't be showing the name, but we just signed the petition for Alberta independence. Neithu and I loved the amazing atmosphere. It was great seeing so many Alberta patriots there. We had some excellent speakers today. Huge thank you to Eva Chipiuk for the great legal support and Corey Morgan for the detailed answer on immigration. So I'm assuming this was the Queensland. Yes. Thank you to John Bolton and Dennis Kalma for their hard work. Look at these comments. This is under their group. This group should be pulled immediately again from the internet. Look at this Canuck A. They still think we're going to just let them take the province, like we won't actually kill them to stop them. Mind-blowing, their stupidity. You have people saying they're going to actually get rid of, in a race, unalive 86 independence voters. So when I talk about the news post from Just Gus or anything else, like, and you're told you're a Karen for pulling it out, saying, is this allowed? Is this okay for people to be talking about this? We're exercising our democratic rights.
So here's another thing, and I always ask this, and it's both the States and Canada. When the left is always talking about they're going to do those sort of things to us, and it's like, I've never been in the military, unlike our friend Mike, but I spend a fair amount of time training in physical combat and training with my shovels and learning how to do it. And I know a lot of other people on our side of the fence who are, and like, how are the left thinking? I mean, I guess it's just part of their being delusional all the time. Like, what makes them think they're going to win a physical or martial competition with us? Like, I don't understand the delusion here.
I don't understand that. Again, when Tommy the Commie was running his petition, did you guys see anybody on our side of the spectrum going after them and saying, shut it down, get out of here, don't anything, pack up your bags, cancel their events, don't let them grab their signatures? We welcomed it. Why? 2 reasons. One, if the signatures went through, we got our vote on a referendum. The second one, though, it's part of the democratic process, and we understand that.
Now, we can make fun of you, but we're not going to call a restaurant and get them to cancel your event. We'll just make fun of you.
We got trolls. Where are the trolls? Where are the trolls? Somebody name them in the chat. I'll get rid of them.
Get them out of here.
Get them out of here. Our mods are usually pretty good.
Mike hasn't been in the chat for a while that I've seen.
Mike hasn't. I don't know if Mike's got something going on, but that's okay.
He's usually real quick on the links and the moderations.
Nobody ever harassed Forever Canada, but then the shoe's on the other foot. That's what I was saying about Wiretap Media getting mad at me today. This has it's crazy. It's crazy.
But that's par for the course. That's how it always is. Cancellation for you, and democracy for us.
Hang on 1 second. I'm going to. Where's Carson? Carson, can you pipe up in the chat? First off, Dutchy, I'm going to add you as a moderator because Dutchy, you've been a huge help in this channel. Where's Carson? Let's add Carson as well. I should have added Carson as a moderator a long time ago. I thought he already was, to be honest. Where are you at in the chat, Carson?
There's Carson. Oh, it's moving so fast.
I know, it's always moving so fast. Matt, if you can find the trolls while we're doing this.
I haven't seen. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if somebody comes in here and says something a little off.
Not a troll, just differences of opinions. Yeah, people can have different opinions.
Yeah.
People can have differences of opinions. But we don't want anything, again, with what we just showed about people's lives being threatened and stuff. I don't want the trolls coming in when that's and seething over that stuff. I really don't. Here, hold on. Maybe I can do it this way. Add as a moderator. Carson is a moderator. There we go. There we go. Okay. So that's been handled. Isn't that better now? Got a couple more moderators in here. Carson, there you are. You're a moderator now. Go get him. go get him. Let's what else did we have to talk about tonight? I don't think I had anything else on the books. I think that's just about everything.
I got a bunch of little things if you want, or we can just go right to Q&A.
Let's go through it quickly.
The guy who just won't go away, like a bad case of herpes, our old friend Justin, is to headline the Davos Soft Power Summit. I don't even know what that means.
Oh, well, Mark Carney's there.
As the global elites meet for the WEF in Davos, Trudeau is heading to Davos, Switzerland next week to headline the Global Soft Power Summit 2026, which will take place alongside the World Economic Forum's annual gathering of global elites. If ever there was a time for a meteor to hit planet Earth, please, if ever there was a time. So I just thought
At least
our friend Justin.
Well, yeah, I mean, at least a meteor would take care of everybody. So technically, we're not wishing harm on a specific group of people. Just let us off. We're done. We're done. Look at the people in the chat. Everybody's got a fever.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
God, I always forget on Wednesdays to drop that cowbell. You guys have been great tonight. What else you got, Matt? Oh, digital ID.
Our buddy Kier, digital ID has been scrapped in England after all of his plans. Everyone stood up against it, and they fought back enough and protested enough that, look, he's about to cry. He's going to shed a little tear there.
Yeah.
But
all done. You know, it's funny. I threw a video out about this and YouTube completely censored it down. I think it had like 70 views in half an hour. And then all of a sudden they told me that it violated harassment on YouTube. And I'm like, harassment to talk about how digital ID's gone?
So-
Wait, what?
hopefully this makes sure that it's not going to come, because see, a lot of these things we talk about in Australia, New Zealand, the UK, and in Canada, UK seems to be at the forefront of all of the 15-minute city digital lockdown type stuff. So hopefully this is a bit of a monkey in the wrench for that system. Oh, this is my pet for tonight. This one we have to get to.
Okay. While you're pulling that up, JP Alberta first $10 super chat in reference to all the unhinged people with threats: play stupid games, win stupid prizes. There you go. Thank you so much. It's Mike gifting 5 unacceptable Fringe memberships to the Patriots Club. Mike, thank you so much. Gerald, do you think they will go to Hinton, Alberta for signatures? I have family there. I'm pretty sure they will. Again, stayfreealberta.com. How do I sign tab? They will be updating regularly. If they're not in Hinton, they'll be in or around. Trust me, folks, they want to get as many as possible. They know which towns have people. Either put in a request with their email department or just check daily. Those always update. Thank you for the super chat. What do you got, Matt?
My premier here in Manitoba.
Wob Canoe.
Mr. Wob Canoe and his cohorts behind him, we'll call them. Well, let's listen to what Wob has to say.
Jesse Ventura said recently that America is becoming a third world country when they have military police operations taking place in large cities. He's not wrong. Let's keep working to push the American people and their administration right now, first off of tariffs, and then maybe also off of the subversion of Western liberal democracy. Jesse.
Speaking of third world countries.
What?
Yes, he's telling this that Trump is subverting Western liberal democracy by militarizing the police. I don't know who he's calling a third world country, but has he driven through downtown Winnipeg lately? Because holy, there's a whole lot of meth, a whole lot of tents going on.
Michael with the $5 super chat. Soft power sounds like Cialis is right for him. There you go. Thank you so much for the super chat.
He's got to be doing something to keep Katy Perry around.
It's unbelievable to me that a guy like Wob Canoe talks about excessive force or the rights and wrongs of power when the guy hasn't he been arrested like multiple times for domestic abuse, or didn't he like assault a cab driver or something like that?
I think he was charged with that but never convicted. But yeah, he's
a politician, of course.
Yeah, he's a bit of a sheet. But yeah, so that guy, you
just can't even.
I can't even with that guy. And like, what are those people behind him? What even is that?
That's his posse.
I know. Oh.
They're going to go down to the big teepee and get their friends in their trunk and take them out of town. It's the least they can do.
It is the least they can do.
I've
got a couple more little quick things we can talk about, or since it's 9:30, we can Q&A.
Let's do some Q&A, and we'll save that for the next show or later in the week.
All right.
What's this? I vote for Derek to be the new leader of Alberta Independency. You don't want that. What is it they said in Walk Hard? Get out of here, man. You don't want no part of that shit.
Let me tell you guys.
You don't want me in charge of nothing.
In the chat, Derek and I listened to Brockett 99 about 5,384 million times when we were teenagers.
All right, rock and roll. We got Johnny CRU coming in with a $14 super chat. I can't get to the Badasses store, but here's a few bucks as thanks for being willing to host. Here's for the win.
You know, I've kept myself the entire time I've been on the show from doing that accent because I didn't want to get in trouble. And now here you are just rocking it.
I got Jim Many Bears here in the chat. White LTR with the $10 super chat. Posted by Rise of Alberta tonight. Sign the Alberta Independence petition in Eckville, Red Deer, Calgary, multiple locations, one night. Bring valid ID. Again, check riseofalberta.com. You're going to love it. I guarantee it. Check under how do I sign? Always updating their locations. They're always letting you know where to go. Oh, do you suffer from
itchy feet? Well, you can get Dr. Scholl's foot powder and it wipe out the greeblies in there.
I got to stop before we get completely slapped.
Right?
We're going
to get in trouble.
It's fun for a minute or two, but and you know what sucks too is I've got First Nations viewers and I'm not trying to offend them. It's just a funny joke, guys. It's look, if they had something like this for white people, I'd make fun of it too. In fact, you guys ever seen, you know what? I'm going to bring it up just because it's good. And if any of my First Nations viewers are watching, have you ever seen the the whole Redskins issue?
Oh yeah, the Caucasians.
They came out with the Caucasians.
Somebody who's Caucasian is offended by that. It's hilarious, and I love it.
No, I saw a picture. Oh, where's the First Nations guy wearing it? They had one. They've got them all over here, but they had a First Nations guy wearing the shirt, showing the Caucasian shirt. Here it is. Here, let's bring it in on screen. And they said, "Do you think this is funny?" And I put, "Hell yes, it is." In fact, I totally wear one.
I would absolutely wear that shirt. It's great,
right? I like. I totally want a Caucasian shirt
with the beard. There you go. The one on the bottom left with the beard. Perfect.
Perfect. There you go. Caucasians. Totally get one of those. Totally get one of those. I've got a very dark sense of humor, but I can find humor in anything, folks. When people if First Nations people want to make fun of white guys like that, good hit. Good hit. That's a good troll. I'll take it where it's due. Tampon Kit Tim called for all of Minnesota to harass ICE tonight. Oh, wonderful. That doesn't Minadishu. It doesn't surprise me. Let's get on to some Q&A. Let's go Caucasians. You guys are going to go support the Caucasians?
Oh, I'm going to come.
Do not come.
Should I do it?
Do not come.
I'm going to do it.
All right, let's get to Q&A. Let's get it in there, folks. We don't have a lot of time left. Who's got a question? What do we got coming in here?
Why can't Keith Wilson be trusted as a lawyer?
Yeah, wait. I like Keith. He's a good friend of mine. I got no problem with Keith. Hey, what's your problem with Keith there? Carson, funniest stream ever. It's only going to get better, man. And this is the thing. No doom streams. We're going to have fun. Like, the news sucks, but we're trying to have fun with it. We're trying to give you guys a good time.
That little segment you saw where we were quoting Brock and I, like, that's me and Derek as we've been our whole lives, like as teenagers all the way up. We're just ridiculous. We just happen to form a channel where we get to tell you guys news too.
Yep. Now we're just here making everybody mad. White LTR, another $10 super chat. Also happening 7 p.m. Didsbury Memorial Complex Arena, 21st Ave, Didsbury, Alberta. Is that happening right now, White LTR, or do you have a date on that one? I'll try and find that in the chat if you repost. Maple Kitty, $7 super chat. Thank you for Q&A. Why has Danielle gone silent? I have not seen anything hung about her in any of his streams. So if you're talking about Danielle Smith, I'm not sure. In fact, Keith Hernandez as well as being mentioned. If you know the Saturday Night Live sketch. I don't know why Danielle's silent. I don't know why she hasn't been mentioned much. There's not really a lot happening with her right now. And I think that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing because anything she says is going to be met with controversy anyways, especially right now. Let Carney hang himself. He's doing it all with this China trip, with the whole veto thing. I don't need Danielle to pipe up yet.
Everything we need is currently in motion. We don't need Danielle to do anything except just chill out and do her job right now. She doesn't need to be out there making statements or whatever. We're just doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it live. For anybody who needs to know, Allison Taylor's sister works at West Edmonton Mall. Your sister. Did she go on the roller coaster? What we got? People said, and then she got water mained. Yeah, he did. When Alberta's independent. Oh, hold on. I accidentally took it off there. When Alberta's independent, do you think it will accept Canadians running for freedom? I hope so.
I hope so, because I can't move there yet.
Yeah, like-minded Canadians, absolutely. I hope so. Yeah, Danielle's keeping her nose clean. I think it's good for her to do that. We just had cowbell.
Yes,
we just had it.
I did hear about the Manitoba MP ousted for supporting ICE. The tweet he put out actually was, is there an ICE in Canada asking for a friend or something like that? And the Conservatives Party of Manitoba kicked him out. He won't be allowed to run for re-election. And our Conservatives in Manitoba have been headless for a long time. Our provincial Conservatives, anyway. A lot of the MPs for the local areas are good, but we're going to be stuck with the NDP forever here.
Yeah. So White LTR says that it is happening right now in Didsbury. So if you guys had that address, you can, if you're near Didsbury, I guess, go sign the petition while they're still there. No, your cowbell got a strike, Mike, because you used the actual "Don't Fear the Reaper" song. That's how we got a strike. The AI on YouTube picks up the music notes immediately. Usually, like copywritten videos, movie clips, things like that. It's usually about 7, they say. But if you have music, the minute the music starts, their AI bot can find it instantly.
I thought the strike was because he called Europe the G word about 50 million times.
Oh, no. That just got a shadow ban. That was a shadow ban.
Oh, okay.
That got us a shadow ban for 48 hours. The other one got us the strike. Yeah, Mike bulldozed us. Just kidding. I'm giving Mike a hard time. I'm not. I don't care. We'll get it all handled. Here we go. Somebody put some. I saw a good question. Where is it? What's this? I have so many peeps telling me to F off and not talk about that regarding separation. How do I handle this?
Tell them back.
No. Look, you're not going to win everybody over. You're not going to get through to everybody. Keith Wilson, we've played the video on the channel. Follow Keith's advice. Talk calmly. Try to educate. If people are mad telling you to F off, say, well, why? Why are you so against it? And if they start to get angry, like I know people who get mad when they're like, oh, because you want to throw your conservative values. Just say, no, I'm just curious why you're so hostile about it. And if they open up the dialect with people, if they say, well, because you're a traitor to this country, well, what makes me a traitor? But why is me exercising my democratic right make me a traitor? Allow them to elaborate and let them tell you why they're mad. And if any of those reasons align that independence would be better for them, use that as your talking point. But again, educate. Don't fight with them. Educate them. I hate saying it like that because it makes it sound like some kind of weird cult. Oh, make them one of us. But really, if you sit there, like, for example, if they said to you, oh, well, you're just going to screw over everybody's old age pension and we're going to be landlocked. Well, actually, that's not the case. In fact, trade would still have to resume. If you look at the rail systems that go through British Columbia all the way to the East Coast, things would still have to move through Alberta. So we would still have trade open in Canada. Alberta doesn't get picked up and moved. We're still here. It's just we're in charge of the money that's here. You could ask them, how's things right now for your affordability? And I don't need to know everything because that's your business. But would your life be easier if you weren't paying GST anymore? Would your life be easier if you weren't paying as much in income taxes?
The Alberta Prosperity Project has all these little meme bite-sized things you could store on your phone that have all this information. And what about my pension? And you go, oh, well, and you can flick through your phone to the picture and it has the list of like, okay, what about First Nations? I heard they can veto us. And what about the treaties? You can flick to that. And they have that too. But you'll also learn pretty quickly who you can actually talk to and who's just going to cover their ears and scream. And then once you get to that point, then you can tell them to go have intercourse with themselves.
Yeah, it's you can be. You want to show that we're different, right? We're tolerant. We're okay with people not. This isn't going to fit for everybody. We want it to. Again, as much as everybody says you can't trust Keith, he lays it out pretty good. Ask somebody, what would you do tomorrow if you had $1 trillion? What would Alberta do if it got to keep those $1 trillion? Do you even know what $1 trillion looks like and where it could go and what it could produce? And if they say, well, how are we going to get hospitals? How are we going to get military? How are we going to get all these things? Well, again, if we got to keep that money in the province.
The same way you do it right now.
Yeah, we just have more money. Like, are you against making money? Are you against, like, I always, the one argument I've had anytime I've had naysayers, and I've mentioned it before, folks, and I hate sounding like a broken record. Tell everybody to take the politics out of it. This isn't about UCP. It's not about NDP. It's not about liberals. It's not about conservatives. Remove them all because they don't matter in this equation. What we're talking about are finances, our money. Why are we sending billions over to Ottawa that get wasted, thrown out the window, ignored by us? We pay more than we get back. Our jobs are going out the window. We have a prime minister who doesn't want to work with us. They don't want to relieve any caps or industrial outputs in order for us to be able to get our products to market. They've got a huge
project that could extract any resources in the whole country.
They're shutting down our cattle and beef market as well. They just want Alberta to be poor. So if somebody's putting their boot on your neck, do you lay down and accept it? Or do you want to be more in control? You know, the one question I've ever asked people when talking with them in public, and it's probably one I'll ask if I'm speaking to people at the BMO Center, is how many people here own a business? How many people have gone into business for themselves? The majority of people who go into business for themselves do it because they get let go from a job that probably treated them poorly, that probably underpaid them, a job that didn't respect everything they bring to the table, like Matt. So what you do is you look at it and say, well, I just got let go from this job. I worked a lot of hours. I was just a number to them. They never appreciated me. I couldn't get a raise. I couldn't even pay my rent. I couldn't get a nice car. But I know this business and I know a lot about the customers. I know how it works. I could do this myself, make more money, work my own hours, and reap the benefits of being self-employed without somebody breathing over my neck 40 hours, 80 hours a week. So that's what Alberta's doing.
I work less and I make more money than when I was working for somebody else. I got laid off 3 times before I finally said, screw it, I'm going to do it my own company and start it myself. And I haven't looked back since. That was in 2018.
Yeah, and it's literally that what we're doing here is that we're essentially going into business for ourselves. Why are we giving all this money to Canada when they don't appreciate us? Anytime we want to do anything in this province, we have to go to the negotiation table like Trump and Carney, while other provinces just say, hey, here's what we need, and they get their funding. It's not as much of an uphill challenge as it is for Alberta. And then we get ignored. Our votes don't have any weight. Our representation is nil. So we're saying, yeah, we can run this better and we'll have more money. And like Matt said, less output, more reward. So why would anybody argue at that point if you remove the politics from it that we should stay? And if you have people who still want to stay, ask them, if we were already independent and those billions of dollars were here and Canada wanted us to join them, would you vote to join Canada right now? And why? Soon you let people discover for themselves why independence is better for them. Telling people independence is better, you're never going to sell them on it. You're never going to get them convinced that, oh, you know what? I was an idiot and I didn't know what I was thinking this whole time. I'm glad you opened my eyes. But if you educate them and allow them to see it for themselves, they believe it and they're down for it. Calm, cool, collective, folks. Vigilance is going to win the day. I saw somebody asking about, are they going to be taking signatures up until the deadline? They will take signatures all the way up until they can no longer take any in May. If you're asking about locations and will they stay open until people can get there, I don't really know. I would assume it's on a case-by-case basis as to how late they keep their doors open. They may do like other events like Queensland or Red Deer where they say, come back tomorrow, we'll be here tomorrow, or things like that. Hundreds out in Eckville for Alberta independence. My mother-in-law used to live in Eckville. Is that true? Because Eckville's a small town. Let me pull that up so we can show one more line if possible. I love showing these lines. If I can find one, if we don't get it on here. Holy crap. Here it is. Thank you, CB, for that. I love showing these lines. I'll have them in a video for tomorrow. Let me pull up the shared screen. We'll make this the end of the stream. Before we wrap up. Let's bring come on, screen, get in here. Get in there, you bastard. And there's something going on with the connection. I'll pull this up so we can check in Eckville. Keep in mind that Eckville is a very, very small town while this is coming up. In Alberta, it's about 30 minutes west of Red Deer. Look, geez, Louise.
It's like the
this
whole town.
Look at this is basically the whole town of Eckville. Sitting in here, and it is. Again, my mother-in-law used to live in Eckville. This is almost the whole town sitting in this hall, all signing for independence. God, this is, and what I'm loving about this is it's like the Freedom Convoy. It reminds me of the Freedom Convoy. You know, again, the trucks were moving and everybody said, oh, look at the trucks. Oh, they're all on the highways. Look at the people cheering the trucks. But once they got to Ottawa, does everybody remember the first time you turned on YouTube or any kind of media and saw all those trucks on Wellington all over in Ottawa and just said, holy shit, look at those numbers. Look at the people. Look at everybody partying in the streets. Look at everybody who actually is speaking up. This isn't just signing away independence, folks. This is a revolution. Danielle Smith threatened a national unity crisis. We are the unity crisis. This is the unity crisis. It's happening full stock right now. I love seeing this.
We're bringing it to the table. We're whipping it out, and we're slapping the table with it.
Slapping the table. Kevin saying, where do I vote in Lethbridge? StayFreeAlberta.com. Go and check there. They will have dates eventually. Anybody emailing me, if I don't get back to you, I can't help it. And people who are emailing me regular, if I don't get back to you or acknowledge your emails, please accept my forgiveness. I have been flooded all week long with people acting like I'm Stay Free Alberta, saying, where do I go? Where do I sign? What dates are you going to be here? What dates are they going to be there? I don't know any more than what they post on their sites, folks. StayFreeAlberta.com is going to hammer it all out for you under the Where Do I Sign tab. Eckville's population is 1,100 people. Wow. Unbelievable. And I'd say they're all out there in full force.
I'm so glad you're in charge and you have to get all those emails. Nobody emails me.
Yeah. Isn't it nice? You just get to do the show and that's it. And then see you next week.
Yeah.
You know what? I tried to go out with the family for dinner tonight just to get a little bit of a break. And Mrs. Fringe was mad because I'm on my phone the whole time. Tweet after tweet, email after email, all flooding in. And I can't let it go. I'm one of those people that just has like OCD, where it's like if that notification's sitting on my phone, I have to check it. I have to check it. And she's getting mad because she's like, this is family time. Could you put your phone down, please? You schmuck bastard. And I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Let's go. Alberta's getting her independence. Love to see it. Folks, that's going to wrap up the stream. Thank you guys for an amazing show. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody in the chat who was here, everybody for the membership, super chats, joining in. If you supported over at Buy Me a Coffee, I'll be able to check that after the stream. Thank you, everyone, just for watching. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, hit that subscribe button. 2 weeks, folks. Less than 2 weeks. Matt and I will be in Calgary on the 26th for their massive town hall. I can't wait to film that lineup live and show you guys just how large that town hall is going to be. You think these ones we're showing you in Red Deer are going to be big? Calgary's about to put everybody to shame. Calgary knows how to do it better.
Are you saying you want to show everybody how large it's going to be?
Oh, we're going to whip it out and show everybody how large it's going to be. Full force. Full mahogany. Guys, take care of yourselves. Watch the rest of the videos this week, please. It's how we keep the lights on. Make sure to put them out on your socials, forward them to your friends. Be nice to people, even if they're being jerks to you.
No.
Join me. No. Join me Friday for Friday Night Fringe with Mrs. Fringe. It's going to be great. We're going to have more to talk about. I'm sure more lines to show you guys. It's going to be fantastic. From Matt and myself over here at the Fringe, good night, everybody. Have a wonderful night, and we'll catch you on the next one.